I want to do a very fine top. I have this is a special organza. I have my Ankara fabric, and I have this little sequin for designing.
Let's get prepared.
Get prepared.
Shh.
Listen
carefully and pay attention.
So stay tuned and please give us thumbs up. Let's start. So this is together peplum top, or you call it 6 pieces. So here we go. This is my fine Ankara fabric. This is high target. So the first thing I do, as usual, we are Nigerians, we always cut on our fabric. So I fold my fabric into 2. Fold it into 2. Make sure you fold enough space. The first thing I do is to get my length. The length is 25 inches, and I add 1 inch down. So this is my shoulder line, this is shoulder line, this is armpits line, this is upper bust line, this is under bust line, this is waistline, the waistline, and this is the length. So the first thing I do here is to mark out the shoulder, which is 14 divided by 2. Our shoulder is 14, you divide by 2, you have 7. You mark your 7 here. Come down to the armpits line, mark your 7 here. You join it straight. Use your, this is point of intersection. Put your tape here at 2 inches. Mark a line, join it to this line, and join it to this line. This is your armhole line, or use your curve. So the next thing I do here is to get my middle bust line. Remember, this is upper bust and this is under bust. Put my tape in between and I get 9. 9 divided by 2 will give us 4.5. So on this 4.5 now, this is upper bust, this is middle bust, this is under bust, waistline, and length. The dart of my client is 4.5. So I mark on the bust line 4.5, mark on the under bust line 4.5, on the waistline I mark 4.5 also. But down here, because it is peplum, I am marking 8 inches. Yes, so like this now. Get my 1 inch here, under bust. Okay, this is under bust, this is waistline. Half 1 inch, 1 inch. Then I join this to this line. Okay, by this side I have my 2.5 inches and my 2.5 inches in a curvy manner. From this is middle bust line. In a curvy manner, you take this line down to this point. So this line is supposed to come this way. If you mark it this way, it's gonna cut this peplum. Therefore, we have to replicate this line somewhere else so that we can come down and it will not cut this one. You have to take one inch here and join it. Add another 1 inch here and join it. So now I'll have to make a little guesswork, like 3 inches. Would 3 inches be enough? Let me add it half. So 3.5. Take it down here. Not enough. Let me use 4 inches. I think 4 is enough. So from this point now, I'll be marking 4 inches till this line. So I'll mark 4 inches here. Mark 4 inches here. 4 inches. 4 inches. 4 inches. 4 inches. 4 inches. Join it. Yeah. So this is exact the same. They are the same line. I replicated this one here so as not to cut this line, because if I draw this, look at it, to cut here, but I don't want to cut this one. So this is the little secret I have for my 6 pieces peplum top. Now let's do the rest. Yeah, her waist is what, 40. Sorry, I did not complete this top. So 40 divided by 4 will give us 10. Then I measure here. From here will give me 3.5. I take the 3.5, place it here. This is still the waistline, and I get my 10. Then I put my 2.5 inches. This 2.5, for those that are new to my channel, is allowances. I have 1/2 inch here, and I have 1/2 inch here. That is 1. Then I have 1/2 inch by this side. That is 1.5. That is 1.5. Then another 1 inch for shaping of the lining, for shaping of the dress. So I now take this down here and make this straight. This is my 6 pieces. So on the neck, I have shoulder as 3. I mark it. And I have here as 6. If you want it to show cleavage, you can mark 7 or 7.5. But me, I don't like cleavages, so in a curvy manner, I join here. You can still use your curves to do that. Maybe in my next video I'll use curve. Yes. Then slant here. Do you know why I slanted here? It's because human shoulder is slanting. It's not straight. It's slanting. So that is why I slanted here. So viewers, leave your comments below. Let's cut. This is our front pattern. So you join it starting from this down to this point. This is the waistline. This is the under bust line. When you come here, you realize that it will cup and give you that princess that still 25, and I added 1 inch for turning of the lining allowance. I mark my 25, 26. Mark my 26. This is the shoulder line. I mark the armpits line. Remember, this is the back pattern. And I mark the waistline. I think the back is simpler than the front. So the first thing we do here is the zipper allowance, which is at 1.5 inches. You mark it throughout. Mark your 1.5 inch throughout, from up to down. Yes. Then the next step is to get the shoulder measurement, which is at 7. And here, you get your 7 also. Join it. At the point of intersection, you put your 2, mark it, join it here, join it here. Then this is the waistline. That is 4.5, but I'm using 5 because I have a shapy client. So I mark my half, and I use, and I mark my 5, and I use 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch, and everything will be 3 inches for her. That's supposed to be 2 inches for an average person. But because my client is shapy like Helen Benz, I'll use 3 inches. Are you not smiling that I use you as an example?
I'm smiling now.
So I join it from here to this point, and from here again to this point. There's no gap here. Add extra 1 inch and take it down again. So from here, I mark out my 8 inches here. Join it. Yeah. So you see, I can't cut this again, so I have to replicate this line to somewhere here. And I want the back to come out very full. So I'm gonna do it like this. And I have okay, I have the same 4, mark 4 here, mark 4 here, and I join it like this. Okay, time for measurements. We have, let's assume it's 3/4, but let's use 3.5. Bring it to this point, mark your 10 inches, turn your tape, add your 2.5, and from here make it straight, join it to this point. This is the shoulder, which is 3, and I take it down here by 8. I want it to go down.
Show the back.
Yes, this is the back, and that still slants my shoulder. Don't forget this, don't forget this. So time to cut. So this is our pattern. This is for the sleeve. 21, and I'll make it 21 here. So this is the way you cut your 360-degree flea. 21 right at the circumference. So I will mark 4 inches here. This is our flea sleeve. So I don't know if you get this. This is organza fabric, and I folded it into 4. I folded into 4 for a perfect 360-degree flea. Then I marked 4 inches here for armpit line of the sleeve, and I marked it, and I marked, this is from here to here is 21 throughout. Mark out this is a type of flea sleeve, and that is what I'm using for the exaggerated sleeve. So let's cut.